Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic, Non-Classics. This is episode number 1835 and Doubleshot number 1729. I have two Marvel trades. One is the finale for an ongoing series. The other is a mini-series. First out with the second and final trade to collect issues from Occupy Avengers by David Walker. This one's called In Plain Sight. That's the name of this thing. Yes. This contains issues 5 through 9 of Occupy Avengers. The first 3 issues is a 3-parter, which brings the character WizKid, adds him to the team, also develops the van they basically got in the previous couple issues. Where, like, they go to this town where the van breaks down and there's a secret about this town. What's the secret about this town in Iowa of all things? It's a town populated by Skrulls. Yep, and apparently they think Hawkeye is there to kill them. He is. He has no idea about this. He becomes more serious for him when he finds that the person who is attacking him is none other than a Super Skrull. No, it's not Kennard, the most famous one. It's just a Super Skrull. And they battle him, and Nick Fury shows up, basically has himself on the rug. Yeah, Continental Space stuff. Yeah, it's like David Walker did not know about the Alpha... It's like David Walker apparently did not know about the Alpha Play program. Yes, seriously, apparently just did not know at all for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And then after we wrap up the 3-parter, we have a tie-in to Secret Empire. We'll reveal in the first issue that Nighthawk, the one created by JMS, who also has his own brief ongoing series by the same guy, David Walker, gets killed off panel. Why, you might ask? According to Nightshade, who's taken up the identity of Nighthawk, apparently the reason why is because he was black. Hydra killed Nighthawk because he's black. When I hear that, I'm like, I am not surprised. The Hydra are notorious Nazis. So, no surprise there. But why the heck did Dave Walker kill off a character he did a good job with in the Nighthawk series? Kill him off screen and basically have, the book is, Hawkeye apparently leaves the team by the end of the series. And he goes to does his own thing, which of course that leads into a mini-series team with Winter Soldier. Yeah, mostly, but this is a side story for Secret Empire. Yeah, it's a side story because it's basically them defending a rural areas of the country while Hydra control the major cities. But the rural areas, oh no, they don't give a crap about the rural areas. They don't care about the small towns. Just the major cities like New York, Chicago, LA, stuff like that. Yeah. The one thing I didn't like about these issues now, the Secret Empire stuff is okay at best, but the biggest problem I have with these issues is the artwork. I love the cover art here, but man, the interior artwork is not good. Oh my gosh. We have Gable Hernandez Walta, who does 5 through 7 and 9. Now, I love the cover artwork. It is really good. That is mostly done by Paco Sakura and Rachel Rosenberg. It was 5 through 6. 7 is Nick Clean, and then Walt does the last couple covers. Yes, the cover art for the trade, that one is probably done by somebody else. I'm not sure who it is. But man, this artwork, oh my gosh. I like the colors, but man, this artwork is not good. I'm like, really, Marvel? By the way, this is supposed to be Hawkeye. Yes, seriously. This blonde, smiley guy is apparently Hawkeye, according to this artwork. This woman here, according to the artwork, that is Nightshade. And this, Red Wolf. This artwork is bad. Oh my gosh, this artwork is atrocious. And also, basically, because she apparently, like, for some reason, decides she is really horny. She really wants to have sex with Red Wolf. That's her thing, basically, in this book. Really wants to have sex with Red Wolf because she's in love with him. Yeah, the story itself is okay at best. I think the writing for Hawkeye is interesting. Then, of course, you have Mindfold show up. Yes, Mindfold, who first appeared in Secret Warriors, who you're probably thinking, what was he doing this period when this book came out? He was pretty a supporting character in Black Panther of all books. Yes, Black Panther. He brings in WizKid, and people mistake him for being Charles Xavier. I am not kidding about that. That's WizKid for you. Yes, that's seriously the kid's name. His name is WizKid. And basically where he apparently reprograms the van where apparently it's some kind of transformer. No, seriously, that is the deal with this character. It's like, oh, he's basically... Now here's the thing about this guy. He is a wheelchair bound, but he basically... Is he a mutant per se? Well, yes, he is. He's basically... His whole thing was tech stuff. And basically, some people might think of him as a kid version of Charles Xavier. That's kind of basically his thing. He apparently cannot walk at all. But yeah, that's who this character is. This is WizKid. Yeah, he's from the X-Terminators. He first appeared in the X-Terminators miniseries, the first one. He's the creation of Louise Simonson and John Burgundy. Yes. Created back in the 80s. And they have him join the group in these issues. Yeah. And you read this cover art. Wow, look at this cover art. It's really gorgeous. You get the interior. Wow, this artwork is bad. Yes, this artwork is atrocious. And yet, for some reason, this is the same artist for the last 5 years of the series. Yes. And the thing is, this buyback thing claims that it changed artists because apparently 5 through 7 and 9 are done by this particular artist here. You're probably thinking, does any point the artwork ever improve? Well, by issue 8 it does. Yes. Slightly. It is a little better. Yeah, that apparently is Red Wolf. I at least got to admit, basically, this actually is much better artwork than they had in the previous couple issues because, man, that artwork was bad. And here's basically what this kid did with the van they chopped with. Yeah. I gotta say, basically, the storyline itself, the first 3 issues, they were interesting at best. The major weakness of the storyline was the terrible artwork. The artwork was bad, really bad. The only issue had good artwork in all 5 of these issues was issue 8. That would have much better artwork than what this book had. I'm like, what happened to the original artist? Why did he leave for? Yes, seriously. The Secret Ranger stuff is interesting at best. It's a good tie-in. But, man, did we have to have this? By the way, fun fact, the only book to get canceled, thanks Secret Empire. Yeah, it was canceled right after Secret Empire wrapped up. They did cancel a couple books prior to that one. Actually, it was one. They canceled Thunderbolts. And then after Secret Empire wrapped up, they ended this book. And as far as I can tell, for no reason. I did not see an article about it. If it did, it basically never came out. It just stopped after only 9 issues. Yes, seriously. Yeah. I mean, let's say, here's the first trade here. Like, here's the artwork for the opening issue. Was it Carlos Pacillo? And you're like, wow, what beautiful artwork. And then you get to issue 5. And you're like, what the hell happened? Why the heck they change artists for? I don't know. Final thoughts on this short-lived title. Yes, it is still to date the shortest Avengers ongoing series. It's only 9 issues. Yeah, it was a book simply for Hawkeye. Now here's the thing. This book is actually really good. I enjoy the writing here, except the biggest problem I have with this book is change of artwork. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, was the reason why some people didn't want to buy this book per se? Was it for some of the political stuff happening in this book? Well, at the start of it, there was no political stuff at all. Well, like actually kind of was a little bit in the first couple issues. But what about the next story arc? Not really, no. There was no political stuff in that one. You could say in the case of 5 through 7, it's a take on illegal immigration. That's best way to describe 5 through 7. And then we have a tie in the Second Empire. Now, with this particular book per se, there's only 2 books left to go to fully review from David Walker's time at Marvel, because this guy didn't do very much at Marvel. No, he didn't. And you're thinking, why is that, you might ask? Well, as far as I can tell, they never really did much with basically this group at all. Now, I thought, though, that this was... Now, as far as I can tell, this is WizKid. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm looking at pictures of David Walker. Yeah, I think he might be black. I'm not sure. I can't really tell by the artwork there. So, I have covered from David Walker, as of right now. I have covered Fury's 50th anniversary, Power Man Iron Fist, obviously. The one issue he did for Deadpool. There is Thunder Brother and the Real Heroes of Hollywood. This was a one-shot he did. Yes, a one-shot. That, as far as I can tell, is not in trade. Well, the only book... Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Okay, apparently his name is Nico. His name is Wheels. Yes, basically he's similar to WizKid, but he isn't. Is he original character? No, he actually isn't. He made his first appearance in Marvel graphic novel 30 I was WizKid, but it's somebody else. He's from the Wolfpack book. Yes, he's from this Wolfpack one-shot. Yeah, that's where he's from. Wolfpack themselves, aside appearing in that one-shot, they also appeared in a short-lived series and issue of Marcon Presents. Yeah. But in the case of David Walker as of right now, because I reviewed pretty much a lot of the stuff he did, you're probably thinking, okay, is there anything really left to go for him? Well, you might ask. There's honestly not much left. Major-wise, well, just Luke Cage and Nighthawk. Aside from those 2 books, you got Secret Wars Battleworld, Thunderbirds, and Real Heroes. Let's see. Mostly so far, just a couple ongoing series, a couple at least about a few one-shots. Yeah. Now, the thing is, after Occupy Avengers, like toward the end when he was wrapping up his Occupy Avengers book, he was starting Luke Cage, that was one of his last books, Diff Marvel, because after the book wrapped up, he just did like a few one-shots, and that is it for the character. Yeah. Alright, next up it is Kang the Conqueror. Oh, one more thing. This book's not been canceled because the book was actually really good. I was enjoying the book came out. Though you might think, okay, why did Marvel cancel this book? Was it for the political side of the book? Kind of, but some of the stuff in the book is typical Dave Walker stuff. But honestly, I've never heard of a reason why. It is by far the only kind of group title that Dave Walker worked on Marvel because most of it, he did like 2 solo books, a team up book, and a group book. That's literally all he did for Marvel. No, seriously, that's really all he did. Alright, next up it is Kang the Conqueror. Only myself left to conquer. This is done by Jackson Lauren, Colin Kelly. With art by Carlos Magno. Now, this artwork is really good. The thing with this book is, it focuses on Iron Lad when he breaks into Doctor Doom's library, meets Kang. Kang himself, the one people are familiar with, he is not the focus of the series. Nope, it's all Iron Lad. Yep, Iron Lad's the focus of this book. You could say it's kind of basically Iron Lad exploring Kang's history for a bit. Yes, including meeting a female Moon Knight. But I would say when we fell in love with him was sort of a cave woman. Excuse me, first was a cave woman, then it was a female Moon Knight in ancient Egypt where he ran into Rama Tub, all people. Yes, remember telling you know who he is? Yeah. And the thing about Iron Lad is he did tons of research. And apparently he still got his armor, despite the fact that his armor went to the Vision. So maybe he borrowed the whole thing from Tony Stark with the whole symbiotic armor thing. It's possible to say at least. At one point, he steals Kang's suit and becomes Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. But this book is so fun. Surprisingly, there is a one-shot that comes after this Go Timeless. Except, here's a problem. Not here. Not in the trade. I get the reason why Marvel would put a miniseries out because, according to rumor, he's got to be an Ant-Man Wasp Quantumania. Yep. This book is actually really good. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Just a damn good book. Nothing really wrong with it per se, just really good. Okay, so that's the particular review. Stay tuned for The Rising of the Shield Hero. Okay, next video. Bye.